everybody that I know that hears someone say that to them, I feel like they all say how confused they were the first time. Hey guys, it's LaCasia.rose back with another US to UK themed video, and I'm just gonna get right on into it. As you can see, I am talking about some of the British words that confused me at first. So if you guys are interested in hearing about that, then keep on watching. Okay, so the first word, which actually is used in America too, I did not know until I just looked it up yesterday. It's solicitors. Now, obviously I knew the word solicitor, but in America, I think we see the word solicit most when it says like no soliciting. So especially like on people's doors and stuff, if you don't want people coming to your door and bothering you. That's kind of what I end up thinking of when I think of solicitor. So I remember when someone first told me that I think it was possibly someone at work. I think a coworker told me that that their wife was a solicitor, and I was just thinking like, so she goes door to door, like is she like a door to door saleswoman? You know, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, but then as he got to talking more, he sounded really like, like this is a, bigger thing. And then so after a while, I really got to know that a solicitor is not someone who just goes door to door. So for those of you who are just like, oh my gosh, don't judge me. But now I know it's kind of like a type of lawyer. And I know that there's two types here. So yeah, solicitor's one of those. So that's the first one that kind of confused me. The second one is quid. When I first heard quid, I thought maybe someone said squid, but I just didn't hear the S. So the first time I heard quid, I was just like, well, what's that? And then after a while, I started realizing that quid is the equivalent to saying bucks in America. So, when someone says like, oh, I've only got $10 on me, it means that they have $10 on them. So I realized that here, if someone's like, all I've got is 10 quid, all they have is 10 pounds. So yeah, quid definitely confused me at first because I didn't know that it was called that also. More of a slang term, I guess. The third one that confused me was fit. This one is one that I got while watching TV, Love Island, for those of you who watch it or watch the British one, which I think is the original one, not the American version. But a lot of times they're talking about how fit someone is. And, at first I was like, okay, like I get to call someone fit, but then sometimes they were calling people fit. And I'm like, I don't know if I'd go that far, say that person's fit. But then when I realized that it just meant attractive, like I think you're fit, like, I think you look good. So that one confused me at first. The fourth one is mug. And I also got that one from Love Island, I believe. I think I heard coworkers saying that too. But basically, when someone says mug, like you're mugging me off, or you're making me look like a mug, it means fool, like you're making me look foolish. You make me out to be a fool kind of thing. So yeah, that one was another Love Island one. Okay, so this next one, I think a lot of people are going to be like, what? Like, how did you not know that one? But it's not in the way that at least we Americans know it. Because I think all Americans know what fancy means. To fancy something and fancy someone, you like it, you like them. But in these other ways, I didn't know that fancy meant this also. So it kind of confused me in that way. So one is like if someone's like, fancy that. Like, okay, and I am a little confused on this one still. And is it fancy that as in, wow, like I'm genuinely surprised? Or is it fancy that like, wow, I'm surprised? I feel like it might be the second one, more of a sarcasm one. So that one kind of confuses me. And then the other term that did confuse me at first was fancy dress. When I would see like around Halloween time when I was looking up costumes, sometimes I see fancy dress stores and I'm like, well, I don't really want a fancy dress. I want a costume. And then it took me a second to realize like fancy dress is a costume. So if you're going to fancy dress stores, you're going to a costume store. So tip for any Americans who are going to be out here during Halloween, although Halloween is not as big of a deal out in the UK as it is in America. It's a big, moneymaker in America. So the last one, and no one can be surprised by this one. I feel like you've got to understand where us Americans come from when we're confused on this. And it's when a British person says us, referring to me. So the first time I think I heard someone say it was, I forgot what it was specifically, but I think it was at work the first time I heard someone say us, like, can you get lunch for us? And I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, sure, I can get some of us some lunch. But who else? Because it's just me and you here, and I already said I'm getting myself lunch. So who's the other person that I'm getting it for? 'Cause I'm not understanding. Or, if they're like, oh, can you give us a ride? Like, yeah, oh, nah, I mean, who's us? Us could be 5 people. It could be, my car can't fit that many. So I was so confused when I first heard someone using us as like me. Like, can you give me a ride? Can you give us a ride? So yeah, that one, I think that one's my favorite because that one to me is the funniest one. Everybody that I know that hears someone say that to them, I feel like they all say how confused they were the first time. And they're like, well, yeah, but who's the other person? I don't know. That one I think is my favorite. It made me laugh the most when I really got it. So yeah, those are the top words that confused me. For those of you who are new to my channel, stay tuned to the end and see what video is recommended for you at the end. Just keep on watching. Let's get to know each other. For those of you who are on at least your second or third video, go ahead and subscribe because we are officially friends now. You listened to me talk long enough. And for those of you who are already subscribed, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys all for watching, and I will see you guys next week in the next video. Bye.